The most brutal truth a man ever learns is that you cannot negotiate a woman's desire, and you certainly cannot beg for a seat at a table where she has already invited someone else to sit. Men, this channel is more than content. It's a brotherhood that exists for those who refuse to be controlled, distracted, or broken. My ex told me men today are too weak, too distracted, and too controlled to ever unite. I didn't argue. I decided to prove her wrong. Every man who subscribes is proof that discipline, self-respect, and strength still exist. If you stand for truth, self-control, and knowing your value as a real man, if you're here to sharpen your mindset and live with standards, subscribe and stay. Like this video and make your presence known in the comments. Let's see who's serious and is ready to prove doubters wrong, because after this video, you'll be reborn as a new man who has discovered himself and is ready to take back his manhood. Make sure to subscribe and stay ahead, because we are just getting started. We have to look at the psychological death spiral of the beggar. You see, brothers, when a woman decides to replace you, she goes through a process called devaluation. In her mind, she has already compared your known flaws to the perceived perfection of the new guy. You are the victim of the comparison gap. When you start begging, you are confirming her worst suspicions about you. You are telling her, yes, I am weak. Yes, I am scared. Yes, I am less than the man you are talking to. Behavioral observations show that women are biologically wired to respond to strength and pre-selection, the idea that other women want you. When you beg, you are showing her zero market value. You are becoming a charity case in your own home. She doesn't want to be with a man she has to pity. She wants to be with a man she has to earn. This leads us to the narcissistic supply of the exit. Many times, the woman won't even leave immediately. She will stay and watch you beg because your pain is a form of validation for her. You are the victim of the ego harvest. Every time you say, please don't leave, what she hears is, I am so valuable that this man is willing to destroy his dignity to keep me. This gives her the confidence she needs to go out and land the next guy. You are literally financing her confidence to replace you. You're witnessing the masculine energy leak. You think your effort is a sign of true love, but to a woman who is already mentally exited, your effort is just a sign of desperation. It tells her that she is the prize and you are the interchangeable part. You are being psychologically siphoned by a woman who doesn't want your heart. She just wants to know she still has the power to break it.
I want to tell you about a man named Michael. Michael was a high-earning architect, a man who built skyscrapers but couldn't build a boundary in his own marriage. He found out his wife, Elena, was reconnecting with an old flame on social media. Instead of showing her the door, Michael went into panic mode. He took her on a luxury vacation to the Maldives. He bought her a diamond necklace. He spent every night crying to her, telling her how he couldn't live without her. He even offered to do more chores around the house and give her more space to find herself. Michael was the loser in this story because he tried to buy back a soul that was already sold. The more Michael gave, the more Elena felt suffocated. She didn't see a loving husband. She saw a pathetic provider. Behavioral observations suggest that Elena used the vacation Michael paid for to send wish-you-were-here photos to the other guy. Michael was the victim of the sunk cost delusion. He thought that if he just put in enough good guy tokens, the love machine would start working again. But the machine was broken because the operator was sabotaging it. One night, after Michael had cooked her a 5-course meal and was literally on his knees asking her to try again, Elena looked at him with total disgust and said, "This is why I can't love you. You're not even a man anymore." She left the next morning. Michael didn't just lose his wife, he lost his self. He spent the next 2 years in a deep depression, realized he had funded his own replacement, and ended up losing his firm because he had no mental strength left to lead. He died inside because he thought begging was a bridge when it was actually a grave.
You have to recognize the biological cost of submission. When you are in a house begging a woman to stay, your body undergoes a massive hormonal shift. You are the victim of chronic cortisol elevation. Your testosterone drops. Your protector instincts turn into anxiety instincts. Behavioral patterns show that men in this state lose their edge in the world. You start making mistakes at work. You stop going to the gym. You become a shell. You think you're being a good man by staying and fighting for the relationship, but you're actually becoming a weak man because your peace is being siphoned off by a woman who feeds on your uncertainty. You are witnessing the castration of the spirit. The next behavioral observation is the illusion of the second chance. Sometimes, if you beg hard enough, she might say, "Okay, I'll stay." But don't be fooled. You are the victim of the probationary trap. She isn't staying because she loves you. She's staying because her next option isn't 100% ready yet, or she hasn't finished moving her finances. You are being used as a placeholder. The relationship is already dead. She's just waiting for the funeral to be convenient for her. You are witnessing the cold-blooded calculation. While you're celebrating the save, she is quietly building her exit strategy. True leadership is knowing when the ship is already at the bottom of the ocean, even if the deck is still dry. The loser's loop is about the fear of the silence. You beg because you are terrified of being alone. You are terrified of the empty house. You are terrified of what your friends will think. You are the victim of external validation dependency. But brothers, there is no loneliness worse than being in a room with a woman who wishes she was somewhere else. There is no silence louder than the silence of a woman who has stopped respecting you. You are being psychologically shackled by your own fear of the unknown. You have to realize that being alone is a position of power, while begging is a position of slavery. If you are still looking for closure from a woman who has already replaced you, you need to understand that your closure is not found in her words. It's found in your absence. You're sitting there thinking that one more conversation, one more explanation of your feelings will make her see the light. But she isn't blind. She's just looking at someone else. You're the victim of the closure mirage. While you're waiting for her to understand your pain, she is currently using your messages as entertainment for her new man. You're witnessing a psychological betrayal where your vulnerability is being treated as a joke. She didn't accidentally forget how to love you. She intentionally suppressed it so she could feel alive with someone new. You're the victim of the validation hunger. You think that by getting her to admit she was wrong, you'll regain your power. But behavioral observations show that power is only regained the moment you stop caring if she's right or wrong. Today, we are finishing the reclamation of the king. We are looking at the final psychological shifts, the power of the void, the strategic indifference, and the rebirth of the high-value man. I'm going to show you why the day you stop begging is the day you finally start winning. If you don't watch this until the final second, you're choosing to stay in a negotiation where the other side has already stolen everything you own. The most powerful form of closure a man can ever have is the silence that follows his total and permanent disappearance from a woman's life. I know men with standards are here. If you value discipline, respect, and strength, subscribe, like, and comment. We have to talk about the power of the void. You see, brothers, when you beg, you are filling the space with your energy. You are making it easy for her. She knows where you are, she knows how you feel, and she knows she can have you back at any time. This removes all risk for her. You're the victim of the security safety net. But when you go ghost, you create a vacuum. Behavioral observations suggest that a woman's mind begins to panic when the stable source, you, suddenly vanishes. The new guy is a thrill, but he isn't proven. When you remove your attention, she is forced to face the reality of her choices without the buffer of your desperation. You're being reforged as a man who cannot be moved by the whims of a disloyal person. I want to tell you about a man named Chris. Chris was a fitness coach, a man who lived by the code of work and results. When he caught his long-term girlfriend Monica texting another man, Chris didn't scream. He didn't ask why. He didn't beg for her to stay. Chris was the winner in this story because he understood the sovereign exit. He walked into the living room, told her, "I know what you're doing, you have 2 hours to pack," and then he went to the gym. He didn't check his phone, he didn't look at her social media. He blocked her on everything before he even got to the parking lot. Chris used the pain as fuel. He doubled his business, he traveled to 3 different countries. He became the best version of himself. Chris won because he didn't try to save the relationship. He saved the man. 6 months later, Monica's new guy cheated on her and left her broke. She tried to reach out to Chris, sending him a long email about how she made a mistake and how he was the only real man she ever knew. Chris didn't even reply. He didn't need to. He had found a peace and a new woman who actually respected his frame. He moved from being the victim of her replacement plan to being the architect of a life where disrespect results in an immediate and permanent delete. He won because he realized that his silence was the loudest thing he ever said. You have to recognize the replacement fallacy. We think that if she replaces us, the new guy must be better. This is a psychological lie. You are the victim of the novelty bias. He isn't better, he's just new. Behavioral observations show that women often downgrade during a replacement because they are looking for someone who is easier to control or someone who provides a rebound high. You are being neurologically deceived by your own ego. You have to realize that his presence in her life doesn't diminish your value. It only highlights her poor judgment. The winner's protocol is about the final liquidation. You have to look at her not as a loss, but as a toxic asset that you successfully got off your books. You are the prize. You are the sovereign man. You recognize that your loyalty is an expensive gift that a cheap woman could never afford. If she chose someone else, she has done you the biggest favor of your life. She has cleared the seat for a woman who actually deserves to be there. Healing is the realization that never begging isn't about pride. It's about value preservation. You are being reborn. You now know that begging is the language of the servant and silence is the language of the king. You are the master of your own psychology. You don't need her to choose you for you to be the choice. You are the sovereign man. You are the master of your own destiny. You don't look back at the woman who replaced you. You look forward at the empire you are about to build with the bricks they threw at you. So here is the smart question for the brotherhood today. If you were the most powerful, wealthy, and respected version of yourself 5 years from now, would that man look back at this moment and be proud of you for begging? Or would he be disgusted that you ever doubted your own worth? I want to hear from the men who chose self-respect over relationship survival. Tell the brothers who are currently holding their phones waiting for a text how it feels to finally put the phone down and pick up the barbell. For the men who are still in the begging phase, be honest. What are you actually afraid of losing? Is it her, or is it the identity you built around her? Let's get the engagement up so we can support the brother who is about to send that "I miss you" text. Your words might be the correction he needs to stay strong and stay silent. This channel is for men who are done blaming themselves for other people's choices. If that's you, don't leave as a spectator. Subscribe and stay ahead because we're just getting started. Support the message, speak in the comments, and stand with the men who choose clarity over confusion. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay cold, stay in your power.